Ghostbusters return,
Dead Mama drama,
and a love letter to Rio. Thebait Hook.
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Thebait.
Let's see what we have for today.
So the first trailer we're going to talk about today is the new Ghostbusters trailer.
This trailer has created a lot of controversy in the last couple of days in all social media. But despite of all that, we're here to talk about the actual trailer. We're not going to touch on any of that that might be going around. No. So right off the bat, this is a trailer for a movie that was part of a lot of people's childhood. And right at the beginning, they pulled the heartstrings of all those fans with the little piano version of the main theme.
Yeah, I mean, all I can say is that this trailer has producers' hands smeared all over it. Like, it's very run-of-the-mill kind of trailer. You know, here's your biggest comedians. Here's, a director that's done a lot of great comedies in the past, and then you've got a lot of flashy animation. Like, it's just kind of very typical.
This is a blockbuster, and this is a blockbuster trailer. So it has all the cliches and standard elements that you expect to see in there. So introducing the characters, exposing the plot line, click, clack, boom, setting up with fancy gear, and then comic, little jokes in there with musical pause. So like, there isn't really much work in there. The editing, there isn't really an editing in there. No. It's a very standard marketing material.
For a premiering trailer, it's really showy. Like, there's a lot of stuff that it appears to be the third act. They're all fighting the ghosts in the streets of Manhattan. Yeah. There's a lot of big shots that, for me, I would like to wait to see in the actual film, not in a trailer. Like, come on, producers, have a little bit of faith in your audience. I mean, in their defense, they have the Ghostbusters franchise right there. So that already is a hook, so they can do whatever the hell they want in the trailer and people are still gonna go see it.
That's a given. Like, did I like to see what it's coming for a franchise that I'm already a big fan of it? Of course I did. To see the updates on technology, to get to see Slimer again, Acta 1. Man, did I want that car when I was a kid. I used to love that car so much. Of course I love all of that. And the casting is great as well. Melissa McCarthy, I love every single thing that she's on. Really, I really do.
Kristen Wiig is fantastic. I love both of them together, like Bridesmaids, when they were together. Now, which is also, it's the same director as Bridesmaids and Spy. Paul Feig, I believe his name is?
Yeah. I don't doubt that there's gonna be a lot of fun in this movie, but to be very honest, I am only hooked because I'm already a big fan of the originals, not because of this trailer.
Yeah.
So, very run-of-the-mill, very standard, and I wouldn't go to see it in the theater. For me, it is a home rental.
I think I've seen enough already that I don't really need to go and waste my money on it. I love you guys very much, and I'll still go see it, but not in a theater setting.
So the next trailer we're going to talk about is Louder Than Bombs. Directed by Joaquin Trier, the fractious family of a father and his two sons confront their different feelings and memories of their deceased wife and mother, a famed war photographer.
I thought that this was a really lovely trailer. I mean, it's very particular to its genre and its target audience, like meaning that this film knows what it is and it displays just that in the trailer.
It involves you in this web of relationships. It brings elements like family, grief, love, which sets up a solid base for a really good drama right off the bat. A drama that we can relate to. The structure is also very well put together. In the first 15 seconds, it introduces a key element for the plot, a secret.
They know what really happened, right? Hook number one.
And from that, we move on to this fascinating sequence of beautiful shots with slow motion very elegantly used, which is a feature that, lately has been a little bit abused, but not in this case, and with great titles. I'm a sucker for titles.
I thought they were really smart with their shot choices. I mean, they picked scenes that really showed the perspective of each of these characters and how they're dealing with the grieving process. I mean, specifically Devin Druid's character, the younger brother, they really showed his alienation off in that park scene where his dad calls him and he's like, how you doing? And he's like, I'm just with some friends hanging out, but really he's alone on the swing set. I think right there it shows the conflict and the stakes are going to be the younger brother.
Yeah, exactly.
It's going to be revolved all around him. And can he deal with his mother dying? And can he handle this secret that seems to be hovering over the whole trailer? I mean, I think that makes it more real because they're all natural parts of the grieving process. That's hook number 2 for me.
And also, cinematography adds on a non-set element, which is perfect. The shots really reveal an authentic work for sure, but it also reveals this documental tone here and there. The first shot of the trailer, which also happens to be the very last one when we were looking straight into the mother's face, the use of photos, the moment with the family together in black and white, all of that brings not only a very specific feel, but it also, brings this another aspect of the story that it's not said during the trailer, which is this documental, journalistic, photographic tone, which relates to the fact that the mom, it's the war photographer.
Performances didn't really scream wow to me, neither did the editing, but I don't think that was the focus of the trailer. I think the focus of the trailer was the emotion of the characters and what they're going through. A lot of emotional weight in this trailer. That's what they really wanted to show off. And of course, the icing on the cake for me was the M.03 track that we played in the montage part. Which, if you haven't checked that artist out, he's pretty awesome. So that kind of just tied everything together. It was a really lovely package.
Yeah, overall for me, it was just a very beautiful trailer. They just gave enough of the story for us to get intrigued and hooked. I am totally hooked.
Yeah,
I'm definitely going to see it in the theater.
Yeah, me too. So the third and final trailer we're going to talk about today is Rio, I Love You, directed by a shitload of directors and starring Harvey Keitel, Emily Mortimer, John Turturro, Rodrigo Santoro, Wagner Moura, Ryan Quentin, Vincent Cassell, Jason Isaac. Seriously, the video's gonna be over by the time I finish the cast.
This is the third episode of the franchise Cities of Love, which is basically different directors from all over the world. They get together to tell a story that goes on in a specific city. We had previously Paris, New York, and now Rio de Janeiro. It's very important to understand that this movie is not a new movie. This movie has been released in 2014 already. This trailer we're seeing right now, it's for the US release, which is actually sort of a political move as well to advertise for the Olympics that are going on in Brazil this year. Right? It's important also to note that this is an anthology, which is basically a collection of short stories telling a bigger story, right? Which in this case is what is the city of Rio. See, I have a very biased opinion there. Like, I'm from Brazil, I'm a big fan of a lot of big names in this movie, but I think the trailer fails initially to get the fact that it's an anthology right off the bat, which a lot of people just realize that until, they don't realize that until they go to see the actual movie, and that makes it really hard to get the plot across in the trailer.
Well, I mean, in the defense of that, it is very hard to advertise something that has so many different stories happening at once. It is really hard to do. I will give it that.
Well, but at least, the one line that connects them all together should be, better exposed just so we understand it. It's a collective thing.
Like a theme.
Exactly, a theme, right? Which, makes the music being the only element that keeps the whole trailer together. The music makes you vibrate from the beginning to end. Sure, all the shots are very fascinating, the beaches, the hills, all the nature, but that it's fascinating on its own. It doesn't actually get me hooked with the fact that it's like, this is an interesting story. It ended up just looking like a really good promo for the city of Rio.
Want to come to Brazil? Watch this trailer.
It is visually appealing for sure, but I'm not sure if I didn't have the connection that I have with Brazil, it would have worked on getting me to watch this movie. So, not really a good trailer in my opinion. It's beautiful, but I don't think it hooks me. I think that the movie's definitely worth watching it. It is just a home rental for me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really interested at all. If you guys liked this episode, you liked what you saw, please don't forget to like and subscribe. If you guys have any feedback you want to share with us or any trailers you want us to cover, please leave a comment below. And don't forget to share us on your social media.
The links for all the trailers we talked about in this movie are going to be in the description of the video. Thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned for our next episode.